Hi, UCCC families. This is Miss Laura with Miss Jessica, Miss Melissa, and Miss Alicia here today. You know, we wanted to come on and do a quick video for you all because our drop-off and pickup procedures are going to look a little bit different at UCCC. And that can be a real challenge for our children trying to establish a new routine. So I asked a couple of our teachers who are experts at establishing routines, Miss Melissa and Miss Alicia, to help you give some tips and tricks on how you can make it as seamless as possible. We know it's going to be a rough couple of weeks the first few times children have to do this, but hopefully if you practice some of these tips and tricks from our teachers, it'll help ease them into it a little bit more. So I'm going to pass it over to Miss Melissa and Miss Alicia.
Hi guys. So having a new routine is getting used to. Miss Alicia, what should I do if I arrive to school in a drive-through?
Well, I think one of the best ways that we can start preparing for a drive-through drop-off and pick up, like you said, is establishing those new routines. So that might be something like coming up with a special song, or if you guys have a favorite song, sing your favorite song on the way to school, and that can really help establish that this is the beginning of being dropped off. What's another way, Miss Melissa, that I might help kind of ease some of the anxiety that I have when it comes to dropping off?
Oh, I believe talking about it. Let's talk about it throughout the day, when we're at home or even when we're in a car ride. Let's talk about what we're going to do, what song we're going to sing, and let's make it where it's meaningful, because at the end of the day, I still love you and I'm going to come back for you and give you all the hugs ever.
I think that's an awesome idea. Another thing too is audiobooks. You know, if you guys, we're not going to have that opportunity anymore to be able to sit in our classrooms and read with our kids like we used to. So having a favorite book on audio record that you can listen to on the way to school to kind of represent that time that you guys would have had in the classroom is going to be another great way that you guys can establish, you know, that beginning of the morning routine and school.
What about my temperature?
Oh, yeah. So unfortunately, you know, coming back that we're going to all have to be taking our temperatures every day. So a great way to be proactive about, you know, having our temperatures taken at school is to take them at home first so that we can kind of be aware of where our bodies are at that morning. And then talk to, you know, the kids about why we're taking our temperatures. I know we've all had a lot of conversation about that before all of this started, but kind of easing back into what that looks like. You know, talk to them, ask them, why do you think we have to take your temperature in the morning? See what they have to say first. They may be, you know, more aware of it than we realize, but that also gives us an idea of where to start that conversation at with them. Let's see.
Sounds good.
How can we practice?
I thought.
I was gonna say, how can we practice this at home? What are some ideas to, how can we practice this? What does that look like?
I would say practicing at home is, you know, maybe have 2 thermometers and let the child choose which one you want to use before we get ready to start our new routine to our school. And I will let the child pick the thermometer, take the temperature and look and see what numbers come up. Let the child read the numbers out and you read the numbers back, and make them feel comfortable that this is okay to take. It is okay to take your temperature before you go to school.
And take turns too. Let them take your temperature as well. That way, you know, they're not feeling spotlighted by this whole like temperature thing and the thermometer. Make it fun. Take each other's temperatures. Talk about which number was higher. It's a great learning opportunity as well in there.
Yes, great math skills.
So I have a question. I always give my kid a hug and we do the hello goodbye window when we come in. I'm not going to be able to do that anymore when I do a drive-through drop-off. How do I make it meaningful for my child still and not scary?
I think that there's a lot of great ways that we can still make that meaningful. one of them is kind of, talking about giving each other high fives instead of hugs and kisses. I know in our classroom, one of our favorite books is The Kissing Hand, and how they talk about, holding a kiss in your hand. You could even draw a heart on your hand as well, and kind of give each other high fives to represent that kind of emotional connection with your child. That kind of along with like songs and things as well, kind of keeping that emotional connection, things that are meaningful.
And Miss Melissa, what if I have some important information to share with the child's teacher? I'm not going to see him or her in the morning.
I think the best way is to keep it short to the admin that's coming to the car and say, they had a great night, but I'm going to get in touch with their teacher. We will be available for Seesaw and phone calls. Every minute of the day we'll be available. So please feel welcome to call at any time.
Well, thank you all very much. Miss Jessica, do you have anything else to add about this new routine for kids and parents?
I think that one of the biggest things to do to help support children during this time is to try and be as consistent as possible. We know that it's not going to be easy, but once you've kind of figured out what your routine might be and you've talked it through, try to be as consistent as possible each day with that routine so that they can feel safe and secure in the fact that this is what's going to happen every day and they know what to expect.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. And if you have any additional questions or you need some specific help, please reach out to any of us at the center. We'd be happy to help you. Thanks.